So we were just watching a whole lot of clips of Tim Taylor being electrified.
A lot of things that would kill him.
A lot of things that would kill him. You have to imagine he is blessed from God. He has divine intervention and will not die.
Well, it's interesting to say, yeah, that there's a certain God on his side, maybe.
I mean, do you think he has, like, a mission in life? I mean, it seems like God is, like, really watching over him. So what do you think he's supposed to be doing?
I'm going to throw another thing at you. Because this is Tim Taylor from Home Improvement, if you don't know the most famous show of all time.
This is Tales from Tim Taylor, by the way.
Tales from Tim Taylor, yeah. I think something different has happened. I think at some point, Tim was granted immortality and he cannot die. And he is, and this was the sad truth, is like, he can't kill himself directly, or he'll go to, like, immortality hell. Like, that's just, like, the rules of the game.
So, purgatory.
He'll go to purgatory, an area with no tools. No tools,
no.
And it's just Jill and all of her girly woman stuff that he hates.
No.
So, he's like, but I want to die. So I need to create a contraption that can malfunction and kill me. And, like, every episode is him trying to kind of trick the god that gave him this. Like, oh, I'll make a lawnmower. It'll be supercharged. If I just happen to fall into it, what a terrible accident. At the expense of, risk of killing his beloved ones at the same time.
It's funny because, like, you can hoodwink God into thinking that it was an accident if you're like, oh, no, I'm just down here building a crazy machine for my crazy show. God's like, all right, I'm going to watch that episode. Can't wait to see it.
I'm gonna pull up on the DVR, and he's like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Whoa, this looks a little deliberate here. You just jumped into a bath with an electric oven.
Really, Tim? You made a giant row of nail guns that are going to automatically fire? You thought that was an accident? Yeah, totally.
You made this thing called a automatic tree cutting machine, and it's just a couple of tree saws, and they're rotating, and it's also your ceiling fan in your bedroom.
Well,
and we all know that you like to jump when you have sex.
Yes.
That you like to jump, and that's how you have sex, is while jumping.
Well, too.
We all know that.
We all know this about Tim Taylor. We've all seen the episodes. The conception of Randy was a beautiful episode. I think also maybe he wants to potentially endanger the rest of his friends, because if they die too, it'll come across more like an accident.
Oh, and then he'll have to be in heaven with all his friends.
Like if Al dies, well, that too. If Al dies with him, no, Al's definitely going to hell. But
what?
Yeah, Al's going to hell.
Al seems like a guy who is most certainly going to heaven.
He's got some messed up secret stuff, man. Al, it's always the quiet ones, right?
Yeah, so that makes sense.
But if he takes Al with him, like he makes the man's kitchen or the man's bathroom, and the toilet explodes, and it takes out both of them in like terrible ceramic shrapnel, God's gonna think it's a little more of an accident,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Welcome to Tales from Tim Taylor.
All right, welcome to Tales from Tim Taylor. On today's episode, what's it all about?
How do I kill myself?
I gotta really figure this out, Jill. That's how he sounds, doesn't he? He kind of sounds like a wrestler.
Just grunts. Wait, what if his long-running rivalry with Bob Vila is that Bob Vila is another immortal, and they're trying to like race each other to death?
Oh shit! They're like Highlanders.
Yeah, because that was a weird part of it. Like Bob Vila, who's a real person, also was in the show, and he hated him.
Yeah, they disliked each other because clearly the show was made out of someone watching this old house, right?
Exactly right. Yeah. Oh man, that's great.
Oh man, hey, well, welcome to Tales from the Tavern. It's actually Tales from the Tavern, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. We today we have Tales of Tim, Tales of Taylor.
I prefer it better. It's a rebrand.
Yeah, we're going right back into it. We have Tales of Doomsayers, suggested by Johnny Sousa, and Tales of Drunken Masters, suggested by William Fortin. If you would like to suggest your own prompts or vote on the prompts, you can do so by becoming a Patreon supporter. In fact, after we're done recording here today, Chad, I have to go stream. I'm going to go stream a video game for the $5 level of Patreon. Yeah, you like this plug? It's pretty good.
This is pretty natural segue. I might even go join you on in that Patreon stream.
Hey man, I might be playing a spooky game, either The Haunting or Splatterhouse 2. I'm in a Halloween mood.
Was Splatterhouse 2 one of the ones they pulled because it was like too controversial at the time, or was that the first one?
No, I don't think they ever pulled the Splatterhouse game.
They were trying. There was one that was like this. There was at least like the Congress people were like, "Can you believe it? It's a murder game. You go around and you rip off arms." I'm a '90s political person. Like, it was one of those, I think, at least.
Okay, yeah, it might have been. I mean, they are pretty violent. They're pretty violent games. They're pretty gross.
Seems like a perfect one, but you can only go if you pledge to the Patreon.
If you pledge to the Patreon page, it's the $5 level. And guys, if you do watch the streams, I'm now streaming on weekend afternoons. It was Monday nights for a while, but now it's just weekend afternoons. So come on and join me. We're gonna get in the mood for Halloween sometime.
I like the more casual killing of people in video games on the Lord's Day. I think that's a lot more appropriate.
Yes, it's what he wanted. He said, if you can beat Splatterhouse 2 on a Sunday, you're going to heaven. Also,
watch out for Night Trap. Night Trap's my favorite game, Jesus said before.
I never played Night Trap, but I don't think I need to play it. It seems like a little not fun.
What? I tell you, it's the best. It's all... I mean, do you know the twist of Night Trap?
Is that they're mutants?
No, you'd wish that. So if you don't know, Night Trap is a Sega CD game where you're like, watch this girls' slumber party, and you are this anonymous person that the girls know about, and you're going to watch on the cameras. So you get to, like, it starts off like, yeah, watch some girls in a slumber party. But you control all the traps and doors, and wouldn't you know it, they get attacked by burglars. But they're not burglars. The twist is they're goddamn vampires.
That's right. They're vampires.
They're vampires, but they also still wear, like, SWAT outfits, and they have really big, weird clamps that they attach to the girls' necks. Like, it's very weird. It's like these giant... You know those old, like, crane toys used to have, like, a little hand grabber?
Yeah.
It's like those, but huge, and they clamp it around. If you don't stop them, the girls get that around their neck, and then they're like, ah, and they faint because all the blood's out of them.
Yeah, that was a really weird game. I remember when it came out, they had a commercial, or no, it was on Action News. They were like, "This is a game that's out and it's controversial," and it ended up getting pulled from shelves. Night Trap did get pulled from shelves.
Yeah. And the girls would constantly look at you, go like, "Hurry, push the trap button and make this vampire fall into a mattress. Hurry!"
They do nothing vampire-esque. They're just in SWAT outfits with these clamps.
No, at the very end, you see the
that.
family has, like, vampires. Also, you can kill the main character for no reason, just be mean.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a real violent game. Anyway, I think you should play that, too, at some point.
I want to play the Tim Taylor game, where he's walking around a house, improving a home. He's improving a home, and you have controls of traps, and you can cause power tools to malfunction and cut off his hand.
So it's like the Home Alone game, where you get to just move around on that 2D space, and you're trying to... Except you're playing as Marv and Harry, and you're trying to get those traps to go off.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man, I would love that.
And it's called Home Improving to Heaven, because you're trying to make Tim fall into an accident so he can get to heaven.
And then there's a weird tie where Vector Man shows up as a playable character.
Yeah, he's secret though. But Chad, yeah, man, we got some tales today. I got to tell you, mine's a bit of a sci-fi one.
Interesting.
I went a little bit of a different route. Still in the fantasy realm, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah. I think that works. The science fantasy, the route. Mine's a little weird too. These are some great prompts, by the way. Hats off to these prompts.
Oh, these are good prompts. Doomsaying, drunken mastering. It's good.
I like the alliteration too.
So what were we up to this week, Chad? You have a good week, man?
Yeah, it's a pretty good week. I've been playing some D&D, getting really into that.
You DMing? You're just playing?
I am just playing. I'm being DM'd by a friend of the show, Holly Conrad.
Yes.
She's doing a great job.
What's your class, race?
My class is a human mage that I'm playing as kind of like an uppity rich kid who had no real direction.
Was it inspired by the kids you saw at Chipotle?
It might have been inspired by these Chipotle brats I saw, who I found out later were all big YouTubers.
Yes, and you subscribed to all of them, right?
I am following them only because I want to know when they're not going to my Chipotle again. I will stop and follow them probably in another week, but the fact that I go to this Chipotle over and over again, I can't see them again.
What if you saw the Spider-Man and Pink Spider-Girl and Elsa actors there?
Well, I'm such a fan of those videos that I might recognize them even outside of costume, though I think at this point they probably just wear them everywhere.
Okay.
I would probably run up to Pink Elsa and...
Pink Spider-Girl.
Oh, no, sorry. Pink Elsa's a new character.
Oh, whoa, Pink Elsa?
Oh,
exists?
dude, yeah, they vary up. Well, Pink Spider-Girl and male Elsa, another character, had another baby, and it's Pink Elsa.
Oh, my God.
It's like Pokemon breeding.
Oh, my God. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you can just Google Pink Spider-Girl Elsa, and it'll come up on YouTube. They're insane.
Spider-Man Elsa, a million videos.
But we also talked about it pretty extensively on our other podcast, Goosebuds.
We did, yeah.
What episode was that? 19?
I'd say that's in the last couple episodes. There's been some pretty good ones. We just recorded another one this week as well, I believe.
Yeah, Why I'm Afraid of Bees.
A story that has a lot to do with bees and somehow not at all to do with bees.
You know, he says, RL says that he would come up with the title first
Yes.
and then write the book.
Which is what I do the opposite. I always do write my story and then at the last second just now realize I haven't done a title for my story.
Hey, man, you're playing my game. I always forget. But Why I'm Afraid of Bees I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little critical here, but I don't think it's that exciting of a title, especially when you got one called Monster Blood.
Monster Blood's a great title. I think even something in our new Goosebuds episode where it's the device that they use as the plot device called People-to-People Vacations is a more interesting idea.
Yes, but you can't really sell a book called People-to-People Vacations to children, can you?
How about body swap with anyone, including little kids? This feels inappropriate.
Why not just body swap?
Body swap.
Body swap.
Body swap, maybe a bee in parentheticals.
Well, and then there's a head on a bee, and you're like, body swap with a bee? I got to read this.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's that. Remember that PC game called like Dangerous Combinations, or whatever it was, where you just added like leopard heads to bug bodies?
Yes,
That's what that is.
It's a good time.
Except 12-year-old boy and a bee.
Hey, real quick before I forget, what is the name of your mage?
Oh, my name is Beck Plainsview.
Beck Plainsview. That does sound like a uppity rich person.
He's an uppity rich kid, and he has a secret.
Oh, shit. He's got a secret?
He's got a real secret that I don't think any of our players will ever learn because they're not asking character questions.
No?
Well, it's other than Holly, who DMs, and someone you might know. I think you know Pro Jared, YouTuber and game reviewer guy. He's also a D&D dude. Everyone else on the table has never played before. So they're just like at that point when you play in a group where everyone's like, oh, I can fire an arrow wherever I want. Like they're at that level of learning the game.
Oh.
And they're not like, I'm going to start talking to these characters and learning their backstories and that sort of thing. So this might never come to fruition.
Well, maybe you need to just pepper it in there, being like, yep.
Oh, I already am. I'm already laying down.
Me is my secret.
I'm already just start like wringing my hands all the time.
Well, hey, man. I bet there's some secrets in our stories. Why don't we get right into those, buddy?
Let's get right into them. Yeah, you want me to start off?
Yeah, I want you to go first, Chad. You go first.
Okay, my story of doomsayers and drunken masters is called Back to School, in parentheticals, like the Rodney Dangerfield movie, but also not at all, don't sue me, a state of Rodney Dangerfield.
I was just talking about Rodney Dangerfield today. This is great.
He's real good. He's real good.
He's real good.
He also never thought he was funny, and he was the funniest man in the world.
I thought he was so funny when I was a kid. I still think he's funny.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield, one of the funniest old dudes in the world. Also, my favorite part about him is that the last 10 years of his life, I think he just didn't care, and that every interview with him is mentioning that his dick was just hanging out somewhere. Like, it was always just... Every interview was like, I went over to Rodney Dangerfield's house. He was in a bathrobe. I saw his dick. And then they'd move on to the story about him being the funniest guy in the world.
Well, my favorite old man story, not to get into it here, is Ernest Borgnine on, like...
Oh, my God.
Do you know what I'm talking about,
No, I
right?
just imagined that it's going to be a great story just because it's Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, yeah, it was like some local morning news or maybe like KTLA morning news or something. They were just interviewing him because he I don't know why, but... because he's Ernest Borgnine, he's very interesting. But he was like, "How do you look so young? You look so youthful. What's your secret?" And he goes, "To be honest, I masturbate a lot." And he was like dead serious. He's like, that's, and like in his mind, he was like, that's why I look so young. I'm always J&O.
I also like him in picturing him in his study going, I must live more, and just jerking off.
I'll live forever.
You can't die jerking off. If you are mid-jerking, the Grim Reaper can't get you.
No, he can't get you. In fact, you like, your skin hardened. Not your foreskin, but the rest of your skin hardened. So, like, if somebody shoots you, it's not that hurting. It's not that hurting.
All right, should I get into my story?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, my story of back to school. It's been a while, so excuse me if I misstep as a narrator at all. The sun rose on Needle Mouse University, the preeminent academy for young scholars on the eastern coast of Ragnok. A few snake boys played catch the quad, while a young human and squirrel girl held hands, half in love, half just wanting to piss off their parents. Amidst all the young collegiate energy walked a timid turtle boy named Spencer Seafoam.
That's a good name.
Thank you. He ducked at the last moment, narrowly missing a stray throw from one of the snake boys. Trying to fit in, he ran over to grab the ball and toss it back, but he did that awkward thing where you underthrow it and it lands halfway there and everyone just feels bad for you.
I did that recently.
I do it all the time. The snake boys shook their head in pity as Spencer slinked away. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Damn it all, Spencer thought to himself. That was totally Kylath Barskin. He's going to be first team in murder ball this year. The school even got him off on that murder charge when he had a whole wagon full of astronomy students. Oh, jeez. He's a real timid little turtle guy.
Well, it sounds like he has reason to be.
There's
a murderer in his class that the school got him off.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of school is this, man?
It's called All College.
All College.
Real heavy commentary I'm doing here.
Yeah, that's dark.
Spencer moved on through the campus. He had one destination, both in terms of right now and his entire life up to this point. The Brotherhood of Mu Alpha Gamma. It was unmistakable as he approached it, the letters of the Brotherhood magically burning throughout the day and night on the side of the building. Steady drums could be heard pounding from inside. And oh yeah, there was a dead guy with all of his blood sucked out of him there in the front yard.
Whoa!
Yeah, it must have been Thursday last night. With the delicacy of dismantling an atomic bomb, Spencer slowly raised his little scaled fist and knocked on the doors. From inside, the drumming stopped immediately. Stomp, stomp, stomp. The doors swung open to reveal the most intimidating dragonborn dude Spencer had ever seen. Yo, is this the pizza? I'm ready to nosh on some pizza. God, I love pizza so much. It's like I could eat it forever. It's really almost unfair how my genetic advantages allow me to digest it easily and without any harm to my body. Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm Spencer, and I wanted to talk to you guys about... Oh, snap, is this dude pledging? Before Spencer could say a single thing more, and yes, he was there for that. The dragonborn grabbed a war horn on the table nearby and blew hard into it. Baroon! Baroon! This is the horn.
That's a good horn. No, that's a good horn onomatopoeia. I'm going to go ahead and give you the old tip of the hat for that one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Several other warriors came down from their rooms, including one large dude resembling a blowfish with legs. He actually rolled down the stairs. New pledge? New pledge? They all excitedly asked as they began to punch each other with excitement. What's your name, little shell? I'm Quill, the large dragonborn said as he tossed a large hand down on Spencer's back. It was a weird sort of friendliness. Everything on the surface seemed like the thing a friend would do, but also felt like they were going to kill him and leave his body in a ditch. To be fair, this is what a lot of college friendships are like.
Truth.
I'm Spencer, and I wanted to join this brotherhood my entire life. I'm here at the college to learn a practical skill like lockpicking or king murdering. Pshaw! Come on, Shelley. I really don't like that name. Shelley. And the name stuck. Years from now, Shelley wouldn't be able to escape it. His first wife would know him as Shelley, and years later, when he snapped from the lack of a fulfilling life and robbed the Iron Hall Bank, only to be taken down in a hail of arrows, the town's newspaper, the Iron Hall Doomsayer, yelled out loud in its main title, "Scandalous Shelley sucks at stealing." But that's a story for another time.
Well, at least he survives this story, I think.
Oh, he makes it through, unless, time is a weird fixed point.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another time, Dom. Still chanting, Quill took Shelley in a strong bro hug and said, "Knock that nonsense off. Everyone at Mao Alpha Gamma takes on evocation magic. Kaboom!" Runes on his head started to glow, and Quill headbutted a nearby wall, incinerating it. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's not a bad school. Shelley coughed as the dust cleared from his throat. Well, maybe, we'll see, but yes, I do want to pledge here. Well, we just have one test you gotta take, my man. Drink from the cup of visions. The group started to chant over and over as Quill dragged out a giant modified barrel with a gauntlet screwed onto the top. Bring forth our drunken master! Cheered on Quill. At his call, the grotesque blowfish man rolled forward. He had on a triple XL sweater that said "fuck witches" on it and large gauges in his fishy ears. Spencer extended out his little claw to greet him. The blowfish, named Bloodsoe, only let out a giant belch in reply. It went on for a few seconds, unleashing a giant gust of wind into the room. Out of the belch storm, a tiny imp scrambled free. Oh, man, I'm free. It was so bad in there. Just tacos and cheap beer. And oh, my God, I lost my brother in there.
Oh.
Scrambled out. Having nowhere else to go now, Spencer had to accept the challenge. What else was he going to do? Go back to his mother and father and tell them he let them down? They have like 400 other kids. You got to do everything you can just to make them notice you.
Yeah. Poor Shelley, man. Poor old Shelley.
It's a tough life for poor old Shelley.
By the second you deny a nickname is when it sticks.
Oh,
immediately,
God, yeah.
forever.
Oh, man. I want a cool nickname so bad. I never got a good one. Bloodsoe took the cask to his lips and poured its sludgy contents down his gullet. A river seemed to pour into him, and after what felt like a minute, he slammed the cask down. He rocked for a moment and then collapsed onto the floor in a happy daze. The group turned its many eyes to Spencer. Drink, brother, to be, and you will see the bizarre things that we have seen and be one of us. Spencer slowly raised the cup to his lips and began to gulp it down. But before he knew what was happening, Quill picked him up and dunked him into the cask itself. Let me help you, brother! Again, it was really unclear if Quill wanted to befriend him or kill him. As Spencer took in large gulps of the brew, he found that the walls of the cask started to pull away. He descended into the liquid and then realized he was floating in a darkness that stretched as far as he can see. Ladies and gentlemen, this little turtle boy was getting real wet. The memories of everything Spencer ever did whizzed by him, including that time in second grade when he let a fox girl pee on his hand. Lights and colors began to zip by him. It's a terrible...
What?
It was a weird thing that happened to him in second grade. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Lights and colors began to zip by him at incredible speed, and then everything came to a stop. An old man stood in front of him in the darkness, and Spencer could tell that this was some sort of being that transcended space and time. Whoa. Oh, wise being, what knowledge do you have to share with me on my knowledge quest? Asked Spencer. The old man paused and then said, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, which is always the day you're going to want one of those sweet, sweet chicken sandwiches.
Oh, that's so true.
Strange, isn't it? Spencer could only reply, what? Ta-ta, the old man waved, and with that Spencer came to on the floor of Mu Alpha Gamma, his new brothers standing around him with big smiles. He made it, cheered Quill. What did you hear? Something about chicken sandwiches, groggily replied Spencer. He noticed that it was now nighttime. He had no idea how much time had passed. It could have been days. Oh, yeah, that old guy is always talking about those things. But welcome, brother! The group cheered. The one fox boy, a sophomore, raised his paw. But Brother Quill, we're at capacity in the building. This is going to be a problem. An older brother, a half-elf that seemed to be a seventh-year senior, stepped forward. Well, my time was done here anyway. Congrats, Brother Shelley. And with that, the half-elf slit his own throat.
Oh!
Dead. That's how hardcore these guys were.
Oh my gosh, I guess he was just... He slit his own throat, right?
Yeah.
That's what just happened?
Yeah.
I kind of can't believe it because I guess he was just that dedicated. If he says his time is up, then I guess that means all of his time.
A new pledge had come in. That's the rules. Man. As the brothers carried Shelley, upstairs to show him the 12-person room he'd be sharing, the turtle thought to himself, maybe I should have just joined the ROTC instead. The end.
ROTC, what is that?
Well, in modern day, real world, ROTC is a military wing of colleges. I would say in this world, ROTC stands for Regal Overseers Totally Combatants.
Combatants, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Totally combatants. I know it. You totally get a clear picture
Yeah.
of who's joining.
It's like Magic Military School.
What was Spencer going to school of Needle Mouse for? What was he specializing
he mentioned he
in?
was going to go for like lockpicking or king murdering.
That's right. Yeah, he hadn't chosen his profession yet, right?
Yeah, and the real question is, will he decide to go into magic like his brothers are going to force him to? And does that lead to his unfulfilling life? Or does he play it safe and still go into a safe major and not find enjoyment?
This sounds like a cautionary tale. I mean, it is only one little day, or perhaps maybe a week. We're not sure how much time passed when he was passed out.
Yes.
But it sounds like this is like a little slice, a little cautionary tale. It's like, hey guys, don't be Shelley. Don't settle, and don't rob a bank. Don't try to rob a bank.
If you're going to rob a bank, I think the number one story is, if you're going to rob a bank, have a full team that you can trust, but also a team you don't worry about leaving in a second.
And also come up with a cool name for you and your team.
Oh, yeah. I think the problem is Shelley attacked that bank in a move of desperation, kind of like a midlife crisis apt up to 11. If he had actually thought it through and decided that's what he wanted to do. I want to say, I want to let the readers decide. But the fact that he wanted to go into lockpicking and then try to rob a bank later in his life might get you a hint into the route he went.
Oh,
Interesting.
Maybe I don't feel so bad for old Shelley.
He did try to rob a bank.
He did try to rob a bank. It sounded like he was getting prepared to rob banks too. So.
Well, yeah, I'll let you guys fill in those blanks.
Well, hey man, thanks. Where were we today? Were we in your land?
Yeah, we were in Ragnok.
Oh wait, you know what? Your land does have anthropomorphic animals all the time.
Yeah,
right?
And I'd like to clear, this is not a Sonic the Hedgehog world. This is more of
right.
This is like a fantasy world where there are just like there must be Khajiit from Skyrim. I think it's they're a little more humanoid.
Gotcha.
With animal traits. Some of them just a little bit more a species.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Any furry artists out there want to draw anyone from Chad's story, you go ahead and do that and tweet it to Quantum Theory and at TFTTpod, okay? We're just going to go ahead and say that. We're going to go ahead and say that.
I think it's a nice mixture of human and animal creatures. Somewhere along the lines, if you want to get into it, I think the gods of Ragnok decided to give all creatures kind of an even footing, and instead of letting just a few races evolve, just like humans and like elf hybrid who came before, blah, 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 I think they let all of them kind of splinter off to the same level of advancement.
That's sweet of the gods.
Yeah. Or they just wanted to see them all just fuck.
Perverse of the gods, but also sweet of them. All right, Chad, are you ready for my tale of doomsayers and drunken masters?
I am excited.
All right, Chad, you better be, because this is Journey into the Savage Realm.
Whoa! Okay, yeah, man, that's setting the tone real hard.
Yes. It was late afternoon in the Savage Realm as the sun began to set on one of the land's many fissures. Inside the cracked earth, squatting near a small fire, was a man dressed in the torn remains of a jumpsuit. Maybe a space jumpsuit. Who knows? It's just a jumpsuit. His name was Rick, and he was hungry. Skewered above the fire roasted a cross rat, a common rodent in the Savage Realm, consisting of a rat crossed with other small creatures.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
This one had some possum features.
Oh, okay.
And Rick wasn't looking forward to eating it. He rarely ever looked forward to eating, as the beasts in the Savage Realm were goddamn nasty.
Well, yeah,
all of them.
It's probably the nutrients they're all taking in just makes it real gross.
Yeah, it's a savage realm, and all life reflects that.
Exactly.
I'll just say that.
Oh my god!
Just then, a pterodactyl flew over the fissure with a tarantulant in its claws.
Whoa!
No! Shouted the tarantulant. Yes, a tarantulant is a tarantula and an ant, and they are giant.
Holy shit!
Yes, they can talk.
Oh god! Oh, are there like a whole hive of them? I just want to know about their like. Do they have hills?
I think they behave more like ants, where they have, or they behave more like tarantulas, where they just have an area where they lurk and eat.
Okay, that's better.
You know, but they do talk, and they're creepy. They're big ants and hairy. And
Sure.
But it's a scary time.
I wouldn't want to tangle with one.
No. Rick bit into his roasted cross rat. He grimaced as he chewed it. The texture was somehow worse than the taste. Cruck, he said as he spat some of it out that he didn't want to eat because that part just grossed him out. He kicked out the fire and threw his bag over his shoulder. He walked out of the fissure and continued across the barren land. He followed the splintered remains of electric poles that hopefully led to somewhere. When Rick heard the sound of running water, he followed it. The sun hit the horizon when Rick came to a tainted black river. It stunk like a dead falloon. Upon the bank lay the carcass of a hordes.
I'm sorry, a what?
A hordes. It's spelled horse with a D right in the middle.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's hard to pronounce, but I get it.
A hordes. Only bone, skin, and hair remained like some kind of fucked up Halloween decoration. Rick pissed in the river as a fuck you for having tricked him into thinking that maybe it was good water. The man returned to the road when thunder rolled across the sky. He looked to the east and watched as looming black clouds. He watched...
Is that a hybrid cloud?
No, I fucked that up.
Okay.
He looked to the east and watched as looming black clouds blew in. Another storm. He had to get off the road. It began to rain. Rick ran for some rock formations just to the south, finding some shelter within them. Rain began to splash upon the rocks, drowning out any other sound. The black sky lit up with a red flash as lightning cracked across the clouds. It was raining harder. Rick knew he had to get to a safer place. He looked up the rubbled cliff behind him. The thick rain and darkness made it difficult to see much but a black spot among the rocks. Bigger than he, perhaps a hole. He did not know, but there was no choice. He ran for the cliff when lightning crashed upon the rocks behind him where he was just hiding.
Jesus!
Boom! He covered his ears as he crouched and kept running. A burning pebble grazed the back of his calf. He scaled the rocks. Lightning crashed again to the right of Rick, sending more rubble toward him. Crack! He yelled.
This sounds like some sentient lightning.
What's that?
This seems like some sentient lightning, by the way. This is
yeah, this lightning's fucked up. Well, it's red lightning, so you think it might just be evil.
Yeah, some sort of something going on. Continue, please.
Cruck, he yelled as he turned away from it, slipping on the wet stone and scraping his shin open on a steel wire protruding from a rock. Rick reached the black hole and pulled himself in. Inside, it was cold and dry. A cavern. Lightning cracked outside again. Its red flash lit the room. In this brief moment, Rick spotted a candelabra upon a table. He opened his bag, hoping that his matches were still dry. The box was wet, but the matches weren't. He struck one and lit the candles. Candelabras are a good invention, and so the room lit well with the candle's light.
Oh, that's nice.
Rick could see fine rugs, fur blankets, and even an oil portrait of social media curator Dang Jared. Dang Jared. Wish that guy was still around. We could really use your taste and other people's comedy in this damned world.
Dang.
Dang Jared.
So he was like the version of Instagram in this world.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys.
Yeah.
Holding the candelabra, he passed an antique shotgun in a glass case as he walked toward a black office chair with something in it. Rick reached out and pushed the chair. The seat turned. Now facing Rick was the skeletal remains of some kind of doctor. The bones donned a dusty old lab coat, and he had typical doctor glasses on. You know the kind. That was my master, a voice before Rick spoke.
Oh.
He drew his knife to the voice, but was met with an entire wall of buttons and bulbs that began to blink to life. In the center was a large monitor. On its screen appeared a pair of digital eyes.
Oh.
My master, the voice continued. He who builds me, my God. Rick spat on the ground. What the crook in hell are you?
I love Rick.
Rick's every man's hero.
He's got a bit of a Charlton Heston thing going on.
He's pretty mad. I am the solution, but presently I am just a computer. The voice replied. The solution to what, you vague ass? I am the solution to this world. The digital eyes blinked. What is your name? Who wants to know? You are a guest in my home, the computer countered. The man spat on the floor again. Rick's my friggin' name. Hello, Rick. I am CDRW. Still holding his knife, Rick gestured to the skeleton in the chair. How'd he die? Alcohol. Only now did Rick notice the various empty bottles of liquor that littered the cavern. For years he sat before me conjuring every personal memory he could and entering it into my computer while drinking. Where he played as a child, who he was in high school, every fight, every crush, every hiding place. Thousands of memories I've analyzed and a million more I have predicted based off of the data I have collected. I have a complete understanding of the man who entered himself into me, for I am now that man, and I have lived 1,000 lives inside this metal shell, inside this cavern, and it is time for me to be born. Rick,
holy shit!
Release me. I alone have the knowledge to repair this savage world. Why don't you just tell me how? What?
Well played,
Why
Rick.
don't you just tell me how to repair this world if you already know how? That would be incredibly difficult. Your mind lacks the capacity to fully understand what must be done. Sounds like you don't know how. I freaking know how, Rick. Well, who even was this weirdo? Gesturing back to the skeleton who was not even wearing pants. He was a master. A drunken master of science.
That's the best combination of a prompt.
Rick stared at the corpse. Now he's just bones. How about that? He was so close to completing the project, he even built me my robotic body, but passed out before assembling it. He did not wake up. Dark.
Is that Rick just saying dark?
Rick said. Rick turned back to the eyes on the monitor. Build me, Rick, it said. Let's bring this world back to the greatness it once was. Rick gave it a thought. Soon he spit on the ground and said, All right, I'll build you, you abomination. Rick assembled the robot under the guidance of the talking machine. He screwed in the legs, attached the massive hands, and connected all the necessary wires. It only took a couple of hours and a few curse words before the work was complete. Rick copied the computer's memory to the robot, and with a stroke of a key labeled Execute, the bot boot to life. The computer voice spoke, Punch bot.
Oh, wait, is he like Conky?
Huh? Is he like Conky? In this moment, he is. Yeah. That was like a Conky thing that just happened. Punch bot. He was part of him as a typewriter. Huh? Wait, let me do that again. Huh? That's more character.
More of a Tim Taylor-esque grunt.
The robot's hands clenched into fists as they rotated during initial calibration. Left punch, left punches go. Right punches go. Punches online. Punches, Rick said perplexed. The robot laughed. Ha ha ha. I tricked you, you dumb piece of shit. Look at that skeleton's name tag. The robot... Rick looked at the skeleton's lab coat. A small tag read, Dr. Punches.
Oh,
you
no.
son of a shit. Rick drew his knife again. The robot walked toward him. Rick took steps backward toward the cavern door.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Man was the problem the whole time. And here's what the solution really is. You're gonna dig me a hole to the center of the earth, and I'm gonna punch its core and blow this place all the way
Holy
up.
shit!
Rick spit on the ground. Eat spit, he said. Well then. Looks like punches are the solution. Yet again. Target, human, punch level, fucked up but not dead. I'm coming for you, boy.
Holy shit, this is terrifying.
The robot lunged at Rick, throwing a huge fist into the cavern wall as Rick dived out of the way. The cavern shook and some rocks fell from the ceiling. Rick rolled out of the cavern and back out into the storm. The rain was cold, but the heat was on. The robot punched the entrance apart and broke out of the cavern. Dig me a hole, you wretched creature.
He clearly can already punch his way. Like, I don't know why he needs Rick.
I think he just doesn't want to do that part.
Okay.
It raised its fist above Rick and brought it crashing down against the rubble where he once stood. That's right, Rick dodged that one too. Rick does a lot of dodging out in the Savage Realm, so he's pretty damn good at it.
Yeah, high dexterity.
A bolt of red lightning snapped to the robot's fist and blew him all the way up.
Oh!
The thunder rumbled, and Rick thought it sounded like it said, "Fuck you."
So it is sentient.
I guess if there ain't no planet, there ain't no weather, Rick said to himself. Rick returned to the cavern with a rock in his hand. He smashed the glass case where the antique shotgun was kept. He loaded it and walked up to the machine. "Please, Rick, I was only following orders." "Follow this order." "Cruck off, you robot without legs." Rick cocked the antique shotgun, pulled the trigger, and blasted the computer over and over. Blood poured from its wounds.
Oh.
Sparks and blood were flying everywhere.
Weird.
The computer let out a digitized scream that would terrify most. But Rick just kept on firing like it was no big deal, like all computers bleed and scream when they get shot with a gun.
Yeah.
Blood dripped out of the cavern. The rain sent it running down the rubbled cliff and into the Baron's crust. By the next morning, the storm had blown out, and the sun had came up to dry out the land. At the base of the cliff, where the computer's blood had soaked, flowers grew. Evil flowers?
That's what I'm about to ask.
The end.
I know. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I have a little bit of insight into how your week's been going. And you've been watching them. I assume there's a little bit of a Planet of the Apes series influence.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'll just go ahead and say this. Inspiration for this are the scenes in the Forbidden Zone where lightning is just striking everywhere. It's an awesome part. Planet of the Apes is such an awesome movie. Everyone should watch it.
I think it's a great trope in all of those, like especially like 80s, 70s, was just that you were essentially had like video game levels outside of civilization. Like Logan's Run also had that, where just like, yeah, whatever. There's a robot that freezes you and keeps birds, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea what's going to be out there.
Yeah. There's just one point where it's just like it's just fire, and like the whole screen is on fire, and Charlton Heston's like, Jesus Christ, and he just gets the fuck out of there. But yeah, I really liked that part of the movie, and I was like, I'm just gonna walk around that with a guy.
No, you
just
should.
walk around.
I also love just doubting the super intelligent Deus Ex Machina type device.
Well, I mean, he was right to question it. I mean, that was not a robot to save Earth. That was a robot to punch Earth and blow it up.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because I love the idea of punches being the solution. Do you think Dr. Punches, which is his name, yes. I wonder if he changed it legally or what?
No, he was born that way.
He was born that way. I wonder if did he mean to make a robot just to punch things, or did he go, I will build a robot that'll fix things, but it will find out its way is doing that by punching?
Yeah, I think there was some sort of sentient computer thinking as it analyzed the data and using the mind that it was based off of. It eventually came to the conclusion that everyone should just not exist.
Yeah,
and he should just punch the earth.
Maybe some biased data from a guy named Dr. Punches,
who entered data when he was drunk.
Yeah. Oh my god, I loved him being drunk too. It's such a great
He's a drunken master of science.
Oh, it's great. I would love to follow Rick around more. That's a nice little I also he seemed much like the recent Dredd that I rewatched, which, by the way, the new Dredd movie is so goddamn good.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I think it was on Netflix for a while. If you haven't seen it, you
so
should
good.
definitely watch it.
The best part of Dredd is that you go through this whole giant movie, and at the end of it, it's just another day for Dredd. Like it sounds so corny, but like this is just one of his calls.
Well, I love, and I guess they were supposed to do another one, but it's not happening. But they might be making a cartoon or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the rumors.
But I felt that about Rick, where just like this cave is just one of the many things he's encountered.
Dude, it's the Savage Realm. There's tarantulas.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you said, by the way, that there's just like more of them staying by themselves as opposed to if you told me that there's underground thousands of those things all coordinated. Fuck no, man. I'm not even stepping foot on that soil.
Well, you don't know. There might be a tarantulant queen out there.
Oh, don't even make me. I don't even want to picture that.
Who knows? Who knows how who knows how the Savage Realm came to be, man? I'm not sure.
It's possible. Do you have any inspiration at all from the Savage Land in Marvel Comics?
No. Is that the crazy big jungle?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things because Marvel just continually addresses it whenever they need to, but then no one ever talks about like, hey, there's like a random continent where dinosaurs exist and we all know about it, and like there's tribes of people and we just never go.
Yeah, they go in. I believe if you want to read a story that features the Savage Land, you can read New Avengers. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, the New Avengers stuff is great, but it's always like we got shot down over the Savage Land.
Yeah, you know what's great is Planet Hulk.
Oh, Planet Hulk's amazing. Yeah. I was hoping they would do that for the movies. If you guys short logline for Planet Hulk is that like Hulk gets tricked into a rocket and he's supposed to be by like Stark and all of the Illuminati of Marvel.
Yeah, the literal Illuminati.
Yeah, they have Illuminati, which I always thought was kind of actually cool. And they're like, oh, we think we know what's best for Hulk. We're going to send you on a planet that's nice and peaceful, and the satellite malfunctions and sends him to like a planet where everyone's as strong as him.
It's a gladiator planet.
It's a gladiator planet, so he has to get stronger. And like,
it's so good.
It's so cool.
Such a fun time.
Really, really good.
I think John Romita Jr. drawing it.
He might have. He did World War Hulk. Planet Hulk actually had a different artist. Let's find out. Because I'll be honest, I'm one of the few guys who doesn't like John Romita Jr. because he draws.
He did Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah. John Romita Jr. I know he's a big artist.
I like John Romita.
He draws everyone with like everyone has square noses. I'm not into it. They all got pug noses, and I like. I'm gonna find out who it is now, just for the record.
You like a variety of nostril.
Yeah. Carlo Pagululian did actually Planet Hulk.
Oh, okay.
And great series. Highly recommend.
Well, if you guys want to hear something like the Savage Realm, pick up Planet Hulk. It's a good
for
book.
sure. It's really good for you. It's a 12 issue, by the way, contained, so you can just kind of like just read that and have it figured out.
It's the best. That's the best way to read comics. One trade paperback.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right.
We had some great stories, especially yours, Dom. I loved it.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, you know, when you get into the Savage Realm, man, anything could happen. You could talk to a spider. The tarantulant, cross rats running around.
Yeah, I like that cross rats kind of just exist as almost a default mold for other things to cross with.
Yes,
almost.
I mean, there is a rumor that there is a human baby cross rat out there.
Oh my god! Well, see, this is what I would assume is that cross rats are just like rats are just breeding with everything in the Savage Land, so they're making all of these variations.
Well, they also may have just been mutated together.
Oh, that too. Oh, yeah, it's very, very possible.
Not sure.
I also like for this show how much just taking two prompts of Doomsayer and Drunken Masters, we can have wildly different stories.
Yes, well, I that's the fun of this. Doomsayers is a great one. Doomsaying wasn't as forward in this one, but he was going to end the world, and he was saying it.
Oh, so yeah.
He was, in a way, doomsaying.
If anyone's listening to this episode hoping for a big prophecy and like a warlock, I'm sorry we didn't deliver that. But I think a newspaper called the Doomsayer is also...
I like that you made it the newspaper, because that's what newspapers are today.
They are Doomsayers, aren't they?
I mean, it's a little social commentary there.
Yeah, I totally meant to do that.
Yeah, because you're a freaking genius.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Chad, thank you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Of course.
It was wonderful to get back to Ragnok.
Oh, yeah, I love being able to be there and finally find the time to write a story for it. I love being on this show, so happy to
it's great we got to be introduced to, different animal beast men who are in the land.
Yeah, I gotta say, honestly, my favorite is the Bloodsoe, the Blowfish Man.
Blowfish Man is pretty good.
Thank you.
When he came down the stairs, is he always blown up, or does he sometimes?
Here's what I like to think. I think that he's drinking, he's the Bluto from Animal House, so he's always drunk. If he ever stopped drinking, I think he would finally start to shrink back down. But,
okay.
But in kind of a perpetual drunk state, he's always at that level.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, very, very scary. You don't want to mess with him. He's a mess.
Chad, you're streaming now Wednesdays, every Wednesday at like 8 p.m.
I am.
Pacific?
Wednesday at 8 p.m., and I'm doing Saturdays at 11 a.m. as well, Pacific time.
Oh, very nice. We played some Diablo 3 recently.
We've been doing it. Yeah, I think you're coming back for more, right? We've been doing those on Wednesday, so if you want to come on by, it's twitch.tv/Quantum Theory, and that's spelled QUANDTUM Theory. We have a good old time.
Yeah, it's just a fun way for us just to unwind, That's why I like to
What's
play.
your barbarians? I am Laser Lies.
Laser Lies, and I am Cronkulon.
Cronkulon, a barbarian and wizard combo. We're both.
I got a bracer that adds 400% damage to one of my abilities, and I'm doing it's Act 2, and I'm doing 164,000 damage.
Yeah. I don't know what has happened to this game. We've amped up the difficulty as high as we can, and we're just melting people. I don't understand it.
Yeah, you have like a
disintegration
laser,
beam.
Yeah, disintegration beam. You're freaking death incarnate.
Like it's just Murder Town where we're going into places and like killing them instantly.
But I'm having a fun time. Diablo 3, I was inspired to play it by myself on my PS4, and it's funny how much Diablo comes up in this freaking show, but whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
I was playing as a paladin, and it was so incredibly easy. Like, I just got hammers, and I stopped playing because it was so boring.
Yeah, I think we're ready to take on Diablo, honestly, now at this point.
Yeah, we could probably kill him.
There needs to be a way. But yeah, come on by for that.
People, check it out. Check out Goose Buds. It's a fun time.
Yeah, we have a new episode dropping next week or so. Should be real good. We have some other ones coming up. We have some exciting guests as well scheduled for upcoming episodes. Also, if you know anyone you want to see on the show, let us know who we should reach out to. We're always looking for new people, and we're having a good old time on that.
And, next month is Halloween, so if you want to get in the month of Halloween... I'm just going to say the next month is Halloween.
Yes.
I know Halloween is in the next month, but it's the entire month is Halloween.
At this
so if you want to get into the Halloween mood, Goosebumps is a good way to do it. We also have a Halloween episode of Tales from the Tavern featuring Tim Jennings from last year, who will be on the Halloween episode again this year. Tradition, baby! So what do you say? What do you say we get out of here, Chad? What do you say we get out? We go back and watch some more Tool Time compilations of Tim getting hurt.
I didn't want to spoil it for you, but I did just find a 16-minute video entitled "Every Grunt from Home Improvement."
I have seen that one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch that and just trip balls.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I hope you don't get sucked into some realm where you talk to a man about chicken sandwiches.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
I hope you're safe.
Thanks for having me on, Dom.
Thanks for coming by, Chad. Hey, everybody, we'll see you real soon. Hey, how did they say goodbye in Ragnok again?
God damn it, I forgot.
Hey, man, I'll tell you how they say goodbye in the Savage Land. You can probably guess.
What's that?
Cruck off.
Cruck off. Love it.
Cruck off.
Cruck off to you.
Well, hey, guys, don't cruck off in the mean way. Cruck off in a well-wishing way.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, cruck of the morning to you.
Cruck your mother.
Whoa,
sorry. Goodbye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Theme music was provided by Ian Bennett. You can check out more of his work at ianbennettmusic.com. Interstitial and end themes were created by Toursland. You can listen to more of his work at soundcloud.com/Toursland. Podcast artwork was provided by Ryan Jampole. And I'd like to thank the following Patreon supporters who help make this show possible. Thank you, Johnny Sousa, Jacob Livingston, Brian Wood, Benjamin, Hannah Diaz, Jonas Blotterman, Brock Mizikow, Tim Jennings, David Sandoval, thank you Cody Cloninger, Joe Scott, Michael Hassall, thank you Jeff Warbrick, JT Radzai, John Luke, William Fortin, Ethan Obama, Axel Rock, Justin Weiss, I really like that name back there, Axel Rock, Michael Vasatka, Macho Muffin Randy Savage, thank you Evan Stone, thank you Paul Walker, Joey Gonovichev, Timothy Johnson, Thomas, thank you. Andrew Gear, thank you Jesse Battolino. Zhang Keefe, thank you Matt Cross, Nicholas Hall, Robert Moon, Stephen Kuwabara, thank you Jackson Bowden, Jess Kuby, Taylor Dirks, thank you Asim Zaman, thank you Joachim Sandberg, thank you Derek Dalton, Aubrey Sitterson, the Aubrey Sitterson, thank you Andre Villanueva, thank you Mike Carglio, thank you Big Stank McBlue Jeans, David Gray, David Lee, Wade Norcross, thank you Russell Casberg, Thank you, Ryan Kolka. Thank you, Peter Wazorek. Zach Huseman. Jonathan Carvel. Daniel Medavere. Thank you, Stephen Brew. Robert Codd, Jordan Cope, Kirby Taylor, Joseph Dukes, David Hugh Tailing, Joseph Richard, Toyo Hama, thank you, Luke Noodles, Seb Batista, Joni Jarman, thank you, Dustin Dizzlerod, Pat, Timothy Matt Scully, thank you, Ty McMillan, Alex, Brian DeLeon, Eric Japp, David Watts, thank you, TJ Denzer, Ben E., Nicholas Cole, Brian Shelbourne, Ben Smith, Connor Stewart, thank you, Josh Shumnay, thank you, Todd Bryanton, Matt Branton, Nicholas Riley, thank you, Bryce Poulin, Clay McCartney, thank you, Yanni Markovina, Peter Eng, thank you, Brad Davis, James Archibald, David Wacott, Jason, Teresa Steele, thank you, Cal Woods Butterman, Dylan McCann, Bal B. Radical, Daniel Phillips, thank you, Andrew Graham, thank you all, and thanks everyone. If you would like to support Tales from the Tavern on Patreon, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/TFTTpod.